burnout, but yet we're still some of the hardest working ones. And so people get really jealous because we're outworking everybody. So I get it. Hello? All right, shut it.
I was just looking at the origin. No, I was just looking at the origin. Right? It's kind of like the Molotov cocktail. Like, if you guys don't know, the reason why we call a Molotov cocktail was because and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is when there was like the Russians, I believe, were bombing their adversaries, right? And their argument when they were accused of like bombing people with incendiaries or like shit, they were like, no, we're not bombing them. We're dropping picnics like food because they need food, right? And so the response was like, okay, fuckers, when you come in with our tanks, we're gonna fill these little bottles with gasoline and let it on fire, and call it a Molotov cocktail because we're not throwing like an incendiary at your tank. We're just throwing a little drink for your picnic. Like we're throwing you a cocktail for your picnic, a Molotov cocktail, and that's the origin of the term Molotov cocktail.
But can you tell me a funny Polish joke? Because I want to hear it. See which one you got.
Yeah, these are some of the ones from my Canadian. And again, there's a reason why.
Don't tell me where they're from. Just tell me the joke. Don't explain me the origin of it.
I'm not.
Just say the fucking joke.
This is everything about Polish.
Stop maple syruping everything.
How dare you? How dare you?
Dude, you could have finished 2 jokes by now. Let's go. Come on.
I told you the submarine one. It's all like. So what's the greatest Polish invention? It's the submarine with the screen door.
I don't get it.
Because you're Polish.
Does anybody else get it?
Do you know what a screen door is? Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand the joke. I just don't understand.
If you're in a submarine, and oh my god, that I am having to explain this.
Well, I understand a submarine and the screen door. I just don't know what.
Would you love life more?
No, I do.
But you don't, you fucking miserable tranny.
How do you know that?
Faggot ass faggot.
How do you know that?
Just by talking to you for 1 minute.
No, that's me. Also, you know I'm the best dick sucker in New York.
Just by talking to you like 2 minutes, I can tell you hate life. You hate you.
Hold on. Let me see how much I hate this. Hold on.
You're gonna get removed.
No, I'm not gonna remove him. He's pathetic.
Du vet, man måste påminna dem ibland om att de hatar sig själva, men de hatar det. De verkligen hatar det.
Shut the fuck up.
Nu är det ju samma kategori som de här, men det är inte på samma nivå. Alltså, men...
Everyone PTR.
Det var det här, men att du kommer att toucha den
Everyone PTR. Who's this hooting in my picture?
Oh my god.
Who's this hooting in my picture?
Fattar du?
Who is this? This mama's pizza in my fucking picture. Bad.
What's your last name?
Who's this thing hooting in my picture? You see this? It's a bottom. Isn't this a big bottom?
Är det den här som sitter och säger att han är ett lejon och kallar oss hund?
Du, sätt dig här vet du.
Är det du?
Sätt dig här vet du.
Bror! Fucking snorunga. Gå och sätt dig. Gå till skolbänken. Det är alltid de som gapar mest som står med som fucking små snorungar.
Det är det som är skillnaden mellan mig och dig. Jag gapar inte.
Nej, du gapar inte.
Sant, du vet de här, jag gillar dem. Men när du kommer och skulle leka, du vet den här tuffa... Alltså jag kan säga...
Vem var det som började?
Jag svär på min morsa.
Vem var det som började kalla vem?
Du hade inte kollat mig i ögonen. Du hade inte ens haft ögonkontakt med mig när du pratade om mig.
Bror, det är klart jag inte har haft ögonkontakt med dig när du är nere i mina knän. Vad snackar du om?
Du vet exakt vad jag pratar om.
Du vet exakt vad jag pratar om. Du kommer väl gapa i live och säga att det var jag. Sugkuk mannen.
Va?
Exakt.
Hey Fiona.
What do you want, Cassius?
You mad or what?
I'm gonna use this when I go on try to have sex with other men. I'm gonna use this.
That's not even me, but okay.
Well, no, it's not. Okay.
De här från USA, de trollar på en helt annan nivå. De hade tagit en bild. Så de hade gjort så här lite... Vad heter den här böggrejen som Tinder? Grindr. Man hade gjort profil och allting.
Who's Alex? Who's that girl Alexis? She was in the room. She had fucking hairy armpits and she was black.
I don't know who that is. Who that? Cassius, you want to hold in here?
Fiona, like I said, they ain't me in the picture. But let me tell you something. You can't, how do you say it? Dox? Is it the right word?
Dogs, yeah.
You can't show someone, like someone who's looking good, and expect them to be mad when you, like, show the pictures.
Looking good where?
I mean, if someone's ugly, that's another thing.
Yeah, you are
They'll
ugly.
be like angry. Now I'm talking about this guy in this picture.
Yeah, he's ugly, just like you.
You can't
no.
show someone's picture when they look
You
good.
have a big
That's
nose, like, there's nothing about you that's cute. Now shut up.
Why? Do I start to make sense? No, man. Time's up. You can thank me now for being with you for 20 minutes. Now you people have a good day. Master that.
Is this food in your leave?
Yeah, you scared him away, baby.
Nobody's going to disrespect me. I'm a girl. He won't better to disrespect me. He'll say he didn't think I had his picture. Fucking faggot.
Slappy Pappy. Hey, Coco. Ooh.
Bad, jag ska bara be i duschen, jag kommer snart.
Yeah, sure.
Piano, hey Lolly.
Lolly, I love Lolly.
Lolly, blah, blah.
Cocksucker Ibrahim. Ibrahim, why are you making so many accounts? This is like your 10th account. Abraham.
Yo, Gigi, I gotta show you something. Wait. Look at my PTR.
Mm-hmm. Magical solution. What the fuck are you doing in Dubai? Oh, than London?
Yeah, so we can like meet up and shit. Have sex.
No thanks. I'll make sure you're being deported right when you come.
Alright. Well, the Church of Rome is the harlot. You know, the papacy is the Antichrist. Like, this is the beast system that is persecuting us. Babylon. And the thing is that, hey, you know what's interesting? I was on some thread somewhere, and somebody said, well, you know, as a Protestant, if you were comfortable saying that about the papacy, but you're not comfortable saying that about the president. If you're comfortable saying that the Pope is the Antichrist, but you're not comfortable saying that the president of the Mormon Church is the Antichrist, or whatever the equivalent is for the J-Dubs is the Antichrist. I guess like they were saying that, you know, there's nothing wrong with saying that the Pope is the Antichrist, but you should be equally comfortable saying that the president of the Mormon Church is the Antichrist, and whoever else, like the J-Dubs, is the Antichrist. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, that would go against a purely historicist reading. Because a purely historicist reading would demand that the papacy be, and only the papacy be identified as the Antichrist. Would that be correct, Chris? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can hear you. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my audio went bad for a minute there. I was trying to blink my thing on and off to let you know here. Yeah, I think so. I think that's about right. Although they talk about, well, but they've incorporated. They get it from Revelation. They talk about the Eastern Antichrist, right? In the Muslim religion, but it's not the same.
The Mohammedans, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that Antichrist. Right. I think because of there's like two horns, if I recall. I have to look.
Yeah, the whole point is that they had reasons for in their time identifying who the Antichrist was based on these diagnostic markers, right? And there's a lot of these diagnostic markers that are present in like the LDS people, right? They believe that they are Israel. They believe that they are the church, and everybody else is apostate. You know, the leading prophet is the head, the earthly head. He is a vicar of Christ.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people believe all sorts of things, including that. And there are plenty of various cults that are themselves deceived, but it wouldn't have to do with, you know, the way it persecutes the church and all this stuff. It doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't fit. They're wrong, but conception of Imam that I have. Say that happening. He's cool, dude. Give him a chance.
He's the coolest cat.
Yeah, dude. He's so cool.
He's got so much aura.
Yeah, he's not Khomeini, right? But like, you really can't just like pop a Khomeini into an existence. You like the stars have to align, and you know the world has to give us another Khomeini. But he's a good placeholder. You know, he's doing his thing. He's on the Epstein files.
That already distinguishes you from so many other.
Yeah. He smokes a pipe, just like he smokes hookah, just like me. He's cool, dude. I like him. He likes poetry, Santuri, you know.
The only criticism I have of Khamenei is he didn't force his the IRGC to quell the insurrection sooner. That's the only criticism I have. Now, he may have done that, by the way. He may have done that. But one of the reasons for that is they allow them to kind of come out for like a day or two in order to identify them. And I think that's a fairly good argument. So even that criticism, I don't think is like a particularly valid criticism, right? So this is it's a good practice that you allow them to come out so you can identify Zionists. And the more that the footage is coming out, we're seeing that like the way that the security forces have analyzed the footage, it's really interesting. It's kind of sinister stuff. You can see how their leaders are coordinating the attacks on civilians.
Put the link in the chat, Matthew. I mean, let's see some evidence other than your bullshit opinion.
Are you an initiated Jew? Are you?
Am I a baptized Jew from a mikvah? No, I came from Uranus next to Saturn and Neptune. I'm an astrologer. Do you guys like astrology?
So let them finish first before you do that. No, Matthew's had enough.
No, I mean, like, someone's just like insane, then I don't think we should allow insane people on stage. But In the comments, you said kill sooner. No, I didn't say kill. I said quell.
Quell.
Mm-hmm.
It's outside of his vocabulary.
Kill sooner.
No, we can have. You want him up?
No. I usually
No.
give mentally ill people a chance to finish because there's like this glimmer of hope that once they finish being stupid, they might realize they're being stupid.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm.
It usually doesn't, right? Based on probability.
You should have seen the live with Rafid when he came up a few days ago. He was like, "You guys don't even believe in God," right? And I just let him finish. And when he finished, there was like this awkward silence, and I go, and it was like so the silence. Like I tell you, silence like makes people go crazy when you just like quietly sit there once someone finishes. It's like the most powerful tool. It's like superhuman when you just sit there quietly after someone is stupid.
Of course.
It's that silence breaks them. So I usually like to let them finish.
Yeah, I think maybe up to the month of Ramadan, we should definitely talk about the, like the ancient, like the kind of the pagan cosmology in the Quran, because one of the, like especially the throne, because I think the benefit of that is when you start talking about the throne, it helps traditionalist, non-rationalist Shias engage, because they have to start explaining like why is there a throne on the waters, right? Secondly,
it's a firmament, right? It's just affirming the firmament.
yeah, exactly. The second is you'll get the non-rationalist Sunnis to engage as well, because and the Salafis actually, because we can talk about the throne, like the throne of God in terms of in philosophy, right? Metaphysics. So we're touching on history, metaphysics, maybe a bit of science as well. But more importantly, it helps people who are interested in the Quran to learn about the kind of the pagan imagery and the Near Eastern like imagery in the Quran as well. So I think it's a really interesting subject. And maybe we can talk about the Kaaba during Ramadan. Because Ahmed wanted to do that. I don't know why he hasn't done that yet.
The one about Baalbek or just in general, like
just in general, like just saying a very kind of like a quick. Well, for two reasons. Firstly, like its pagan roots, the geography of the Arabian Peninsula. So that'd be two. Because it'd be like short presentation. Everyone learns the arguments, and then people will come up and most people. They can't challenge us, right? But at least they'll get annoyed and they'll say you guys are God, and that's the end of it. But every now and again there'll be one person who is interested in the actual argument, and we can discuss that. It's not an argument; it's just evidence, right? And then Baalbek and changing the direction of the Qibla. It's possible. I think I can see it being plausible that Imam Khamenei's maybe not successor, but his successor may change the direction of prayer if Saudi Arabia is still a thing in like 30, 40 years.
I don't know. It's far-fetched. I don't think he would.
A lot's going to happen. His opinion may be the authority for. Remember, in 40 years' time, a lot's going to happen. Traditionalism is basically on the verge of collapse. Most traditionalist Muslims will either become atheists or like fragmented Quran only, and they'll just be like in clusters, right? Usually just not particularly intelligent people. And then the other side will be Khomeinists. This political quietism is going to continue, right? But at some point, there's going to be a threshold after which they'll realize, oh shit, like the Khamenei thing was the way to go. So a lot's going to happen in 40 years. So I think it's possible that if this distrust and this disenfranchisement of clerical authority continues along this trajectory, the only clerics that will have anything useful to offer are going to be anti-imperialists. And how many do we have? It's just one at the moment. It's Iran. So I think Iran's supreme leader could be a major pan-Islamic authority in about 40 years.
Let's hope so. 2047, still on the way.
Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, this would be like 70, I guess.
20. You think we'll live to 27? Probably not.
What, you and I personally?
Nah, we'll croak way before that.
Yeah, that would mean that we. Well, you don't know. I mean, I don't know about. Well, I don't know. It depends on
Just
how
download
we.
consciousness into a disk drive or something and just
Give it eyes.
give it eyes and just perceive the world from that lens. An eternal now.
Well, in 2070, if I'm still alive, what is that? 44 years, so I'll be 87. Oh, let's hope.
44 years, I'll be 77.
You'll have to visit me in the... I'll still be on TikTok trying to get people to accept the 3 laws of logic. Student Denise Matthew will still say, my paper is nearly ready. It's on its way.
It's going through the editorial process. What was your third point you wanted to say in the beginning of the room? You said so the successorship to us. So what was the third one?
Yeah, there was one more. I can't remember. I have to think about it.
All Nagus's fault.
With a complete...
We were in the midst of revelation. Yeah, we were in the middle of revelation from Prophet Matthew, and you came and ruined it all with your idealism.
Yeah, I love you too.
Hey, GJ.
Sepan says his qibla is Shiraz. Must be lazy qibla.
Nagus, can we weaponize you to like bring people to Khomainism?
No, obviously not. She's useless.
Please do it.
Oh, can we
We
induct you
can
into
use
our
her.
program? Bring you to Khomainism?
Because my political views are aligned with yours, I'm thrown as the
Instead of rushing to sell them, one shot and walking out with cash.
thrown aside like trash,
or reality itself.
trashing me out.
Your political views remain on the canvas. Just an idea.
I'm just saying, like, murder is not the right word to use, though.
Oh, for God's sake! I can't.
Hypothetical guide Waroto.
You spend. I think she spent too much time around Bugsy.
No. Like, I'm thinking, like,
Wallahul Azim.
I get the murder of 1.4 million, right?
خدای
من دارم مادرشو میگم هر دفعه که میبینمش.
Yeah, but it's rubbed off on you. That's the problem.
Fuck off.
Seriously.
هر وقت میاد همینطور میگه please be good to me. لطفا مثل اونا نباش با من. تو مثل اونا
Nagus
نیستی.
just said. What Nagus just said is another piece of evidence that she's been handing around families.
مادرشو میگم نه بابا I don't support them. I'm not a show. I فکر کنم که they could be a better system as well. I don't know, even granting me though.
Well, we can't afford to change systems while Zionism is still the hegemony,
I
right?
understand
Nagus,
that.
Nagus, do you know what it? Okay, I can't deal with this person because I don't know what she's going to say next.
Maybe it's okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I think I got the message.
Just use your own day, man. Just use your own.
No, I just want to know like why people believe in magic. I don't understand what people think actually
It's
happens
not
in reality
magic.
when you're
It's
anti-imperialist.
tantra. It's not.
When you've got these kind of
It's not magic even.
when you've got like an armed insurrection, you know, if you're what are you going to do? You're going to use tasers, right? Tasers are great if you've got like a small number of suspects. No, listen, I'm educating you now because I want to save you from this weird insanity that you've been like expressing over the last around half an hour ago.
Every step on this ice reminds me to trust my
If you have, if someone has any intelligence that's relevant to the topic, they'd understand that, okay, I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I don't know shit about what it means to manage people and to quell an insurrection, to manage literally a population of 90 million that is surrounded by neoconservative proxies, surrounded by Wahhabis, terrorists trying to reach into the country, Zionists inside, infiltrated, killing nuclear scientists, stabbing innocent civilians, and is riding on the warfare in media, the propaganda, the king's son, who doesn't care about a single Iranian outside of his own family, doesn't know a lick about philosophy, is a college dropout, versus a charismatic, revolutionary, democratic leader, right? Sorry? Did he?
Yes. Yes.
I think it was your mic.
No, sorry, I was reading these notes here.
Oh, okay.
Go on, me.
Yeah, just sorry. So there's a bit of echo. So yeah, like if you want to posit, and this is why we never get a response to critics of how Iran dealt with the protesters and the riots, right? Because they don't think things through. They don't know what it takes to manage an insurrection, which is one of the clearest, if not the clearest, orchestrations by Israel. I mean, they're not even hiding the facts anymore. You have a group and you want to use tasers against them. That's good, because it's a small group, and if you want to use a taser, you have to have a line of sight, right? You need to be able to see who you're. It needs to be within close range. So clearly, you're not positing that the IRGC should have used tasers. You're not going to tell me that they should have used pepper spray, or that they're going to use rubber bullets, right? Rubber bullets are good in certain contexts, but you need to be able to be really good at targeting accurately, because you don't have the same trajectory as a live bullet, right? Because they're rubber bullets. So what are you going to do? You're going to wash them down with a giant hose of a fire truck? You cannot contain that kind of orchestrated armed insurrection with anything else, unfortunately, than live rounds. And yes, live rounds should always be used as a last resort. And the problem that Iran had is that, you're dealing with hundreds and sometimes thousands of people, all of which contained at least one perpetrator that was probably coordinated by the leader in that group.
Hi there, I'm checking in my puppy Rusty.
So you're going to have multiple attackers,
Welcome
right?
to Beverly
You're going to have,
sir. What's our guest
you've already got them using machetes, you've got them using knives, but they have guns, they are armed. And they are there to kill and cause chaos as much as possible. How do you do that? The whole point, does Iran have the best police? Of course it doesn't. It's a country that is an anti-imperialist country under sanctions for decades. It's still in its resistance economy phase. Resistance economy doesn't look like what's happening in California or in Norway. It's stupid. It's quite frankly childish to compare a resistance economy to an imperialist economy. Imperialist economies are obviously, that's the whole point of anti-imperialism, is to isolate from the imperialist economy, to continue its resistance economy so that it can have successive generations under its belt and grow and be independent. So it's just laughable, people who are kind of, on the side, especially, they want to be on the side of the son of the Shah. Just speak to any kind of professional in the police and they'll tell you the same thing. Unfortunately, it is tragic, it is terrible. Of course, innocent people are going to get killed. Of course, that's the case. But unfortunately, that's the only way to protect the country from falling to Zionists.
Friday night, just me.
There's no other way, really.
Just me, the dog, the cat.
To defeat a monster, we had to become a monster ourselves.
That's why the protesters, the genuine protesters, are furious about the rioters. It happens in any highly charged protest. It happens in the UK. In the UK, you know, you will have a general protest movement, and then you'll have rioters. And who do you think the news focuses on? It focuses on the rioters, and the messaging completely gets distorted, and you have like weeks, sometimes months, of activists telling people to remember the core of the message, but all people remember are the riots. It happens. But when you have a Zionist orchestrated, remember, these people are the people who detonated those pages. Remember in Lebanon when Mossad and the IDF, they detonated those pages? This is what they're capable of.
Full touch tank that got started.
If Iran didn't come down hard, if what you want to happen, i.e. regime change, you know what that's going to look like? It's going to look like Iraq. It's going to look like Syria. It's going to look like Libya. Precisely the countries where the West has orchestrated some kind of change. That's what you're advocating.
I'm aware.
Do you want Iran to become like Libya, Syria, Iraq?
This is not new to me. I'm aware of what you're saying.
So why do you hold that
These
position?
are all talking points.
What is wrong with you?
Gone through the geopolitics a bit too many times, analyzed it.
Okay, so what is the matter with you? Then?
Who else can fight back other than the IRGC?
Friday night. This time, full touch tank that got.
What force on this planet has the means to fight back?
Now, you don't have to answer me, because look, you live your own life, and I live my own life, and I care.
This is true.
But I'm curious to know, like, what's the matter with you? Like, what happened to you? Now, if you're saying that you always had this position, then okay, then now I am fooled by the performance that is Nargis. But at least I know where you stand on ethics. If you genuinely think that, going back to the earlier conversation, that 1 million people should be killed to save one life. Yeah, you think that 1 million people should be
Speak in the terms you posited within your personal
the terms that I posited were simple. I have a good memory. What I said was, would you be prepared to murder one person in order to save the lives of 1 million? So you're prepared for 1 million people to die just so that you don't murder one person. And as I said, this is not a critique of your psychology, because there's no right psychology. Neither your psychology is right or wrong, nor is my psychology right or wrong. What's relevant is, what is the result of that? The result of that is, under your state, 1 million people will die. Under my state, only one person will die. Maximizing well-being, that's the principle. We don't live in an ideal planet, Nargis. There's not going to be a utopia.
Something so clear it looks unreal.
Having that as ideals, yeah, great. The problem is, the danger is, when an ideal remains or kind of like starts polluting reality itself. That you can't tell the difference between reality and utopia. Utopia, ideals, this is what prophets come to profess, what they come to insubstantiate. They can't do it. That's just the nature of reality. It can't be done. But you have to have a political philosophy if you care about the Mohammedan project. If you don't, then okay, fine. Then you're just going to be a mythicist like everyone else. It's just you live in different terms to the rest of the the world, basically, who are living reality.
We all live in our own delusions, after all.
The Gazans, the people in Gaza, right? The people in I can't even just look at the DRC. By the way, we haven't even talked about the DRC. Wait till Khamenei or his successor start talking about the DRC or sub-Saharan African countries. You literally have everything that's happened since the 12-Day War, everything that's happened since October the 7th, everything that's happened with the Epstein files, if there is anyone who doesn't know that there are only two camps on this planet, either you are pro-nucracy or anti-nucracy. Either you're pro-Philosopher King or anti-Philosopher King. Either you are pro-Muhammad or you're anti-Muhammad. Either you're pro-Hussein or anti-Hussein. Either you're pro-Khomeini or
I
anti-Khomeini.
am pro-Hussein and that's why I won't murder.
Totally.
Yeah.
I am pro-Muhammad and that is why I won't murder. I am pro-Ali and that is why I will not murder.
Nargis, what you would do or not do is entirely irrelevant because you've already established you neither care about the Nucratic or Mohammedan or Hussein.
Because I said I will not murder the one human, one innocent being.
No, because you believe in magic tricks, that's why. The Hussein you believe in is not historical.
budget checks out.
The Hussein that you profess to believe in.
That's why I said the archetype, right?
No, even Nargis, even the archetype, you don't even support the archetype, do you not?
I do support the archetype. I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You support a useless archetype, an archetype that doesn't care
Perfection,
about life.
perfection cannot be
it's not
achieved
perfection.
by murdering another innocent human.
Naga, this demonstrates why you don't track. You don't even know what the archetype is. The archetype that you support is useless because when faced with a real decision, they would rather kill one person than have 1 million people killed.
They would rather die
Oh my God!
and be murdered than allow the murder of the one innocent being.
You've allowed yourself to be thrown into the gulag. I can't support this continued delusion. I'm so sorry. I can't support your delusion.
I support Joe Hendry, by the way, guys.
Pathetic.
That is more useful than the kind of sophistry that Nargis was performing just now. Just own up. Just say, yeah, I agree. Like, I agree. The archetype that I support is completely useless. Has no role to play in the real world.
We're fine as well Taqlid Sistani at this point, dude.
Oh, yeah, just follow Sistani.
I Taqlid Sistani. We're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have a side conversation later.
Oh no. Just complete sophistry. This is literally at least Dr.
We
Singh
can have a
got this down,
conversation.
right?
Yeah, we'll talk, bro. Don't worry.
Our
boy Sistani's in the WikiLeaks document.
Abu Hassan is young, bro. Come on.
No, he's not. He's ready for it. He's ready for the same Hassan spirit.
Yo, listen, Matthew. I wiped special ed kids' behinds. I'm ready for anything. Trust me. And eating after that.
What if I told you Sistani is not the man who you think he is?
Yeah.
Wait, Abu Hassan, what did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said I've been through a lot in life, and one thing is, I've literally cleaned special ed kids on wheelchairs and then had to eat after. So, what the fuck? I could do
Yeah. Trust me. That's fine. Because I'm kind of. Yeah,
Are you, Abu Hassan, are you like a residential care worker or something?
No, I'm a parent.
You're a what?
Paraprofessional, like a teacher.
Okay. No, I mean, mashallah, this is a very godly work that you do, and may Allah bless you. It's a very tough job.
You know, so basically every Sunday I just have a thing where I just volunteer for places, right? And in November, I basically signed up to volunteer at this old people's home. And one of the reasons why I did it, because I like to try a bit of everything, right? But I've never volunteered at an old people's home because I knew the kinds of things I'd have to do, right? And it was tough for me. I'll be honest, it's one of the toughest things I've ever done because I just have this visceral aversion to certain things. I won't go into it, right?
Yeah, I get you. Because, like, dude, one example, I had really long hair at that point, right? And I didn't know how to tie it. I don't think I was able to tie it yet. And it was all in my face. At the same time, I was doing all this work. It was like, it was hard. Like, it was hard. Just that, and then the physical aspect of it, and then the smell, the mental aspect, and then
just the dribbling. I'm so sorry. It's tough, bro. And I had to eat my lunch.
I feel bad.
So I asked them,
And it's
like, where can I have lunch? And I thought there'd be like a common room or something. And there is a common room, but I can't go there. I have to be with basically the residents because they're really struggling. Obviously, I'm not a care provider, right? I'm just there as like an assistant. But I had to eat my lunch there, and I find it difficult if someone is dribbling or the place smells of vomit. I can't eat there. Doesn't matter how good. I even took a cheesecake once and I couldn't eat the cheesecake.
I know that's like, but I just sucked it up. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, by the third week, I was much better than, like, I had to change some sheets, and it was kind of, I was okay with that, but the eating thing, it was just physical, I just couldn't do it. But by the third week, I was good. But that's the thing, it's like putting yourself through those things, right? Agnes would never put herself through those things, but she doesn't care. Oh my god.
Why do you do that to her? That's come on, so you must get your job with believers.
No. By the way, no, she can take it because she was giving it. She was giving it a lot. And she can take it. I wouldn't do it if she couldn't take it.
Bring her back up.
Yeah, bring her back up. You can bring her back up.
Oh, you have to do it. She rejected my invite.
It's important that Matthew wants to be up on stage. As long as you don't talk about, as long as you don't.
Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the hope of the world. We're gonna start with my friend here. He's ready to follow the Lord. Yes, sir.
You put her down. You bring her back up. She wants justice for Nargis.
Voting is underway in Peoria.
You are really fancy right now, roast potatoes.
Everybody, welcome to In Loving Color. I'm your
I'm
host.
so fucking British. What the fuck?
Roast potatoes and English tea.
Get that meat ready, bro.
That's fucking British.
How does it feel that you're speaking our language?
One teaspoon of,
Or her.
excuse me,
But, well, I mean, both of you.
Preparing the meat.
yes.
Bro, I've spoken language before. I used to come here all the time.
Abu, if you were the world's leader, what language, and you could choose like what language people should speak, would you keep it as it is, or would you kind of gradually bring like a lingua franca, like a
Multicultural?
yeah, just like one language to be spoken by everyone?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because I don't want to because some people don't have the capabilities of learning certain languages because if they don't want to.
Everyone suddenly has the capability.
Okay.
But you choose language. And they won't be able to speak any languages.
I would speak Italian, dude. It's such a beautiful one. Oh, Murray.
I thought you would have chosen Ebonics. It's so funny that Barney's been here for so long. She just now commented, "Why are you such an idiot, Matthew?"
Well, she was deciding this whole time whether or not you're an idiot. It took her a while, but
Well,
she found what she was looking for. She got to her conclusion, and that
what I'm thinking is because anything that would have triggered her.
Man, it was just that way.
Well, the thing is, Banu, in ancient Greece, everyone here would be an idiot. So you also would be an idiot because idiot comes from idiotis, which is the ancient Greek word for anyone who doesn't hold public office or a political office. So everyone here is an idiot. So you two are also an idiot. But if you're talking about the conversation regarding languages, I'd be surprised. If you're talking about the conversation before, then yeah, if you're able to present an argument as to why you think I'm an idiot, then feel free to come up. In fact, what I'll do is, given that you've personally attacked me, I think I should do Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahi al Munkar. And I don't like to support someone's lack of well-being. I think there's a disparity between.
You're just. I just wants to tear through people.
I've started, so I'll finish. I have strong suspicion that there's a very strong disparity between reality and how you conceive reality. Yeah. If you think that me outlining the trolley problem, or the fact that I was responding to Nargis's attacks on us much earlier, most of which you were probably not privy to, which included that we are, in other words, extremists or dogmatic, or whatever your choice of word was, then Yeah, I think that you're living in delusion also.
Never use that.
So I'll give you 30 seconds, or I'll be gracious. I'll give you 1 minute to come on stage and present your argument. Otherwise, it would be wrong. It would be detrimental to your mental health for you to remain in the room. So how about that? Basically, come on stage and present your argument, and we can have a discussion, or you'll be removed from the room for your own benefit.
Cash me outside. How about that?
And
How about that?
yo, Ebonics would be good though. I can't lie.
Ebonics, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a language on its own.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, reading out the legislation in Ebonics?
Yeah, with curses too. You can't, bro. The Ebonics, you have to add curses to it. That's how it's originated. It's original like that. You know what I mean? If there's no curses and profanity in the middle of every sentence when you're speaking Ebonics, are you really speaking Ebonics at that point?
Exactly. Do you even Ebonics, bro?
Of course.
Okay.
Ask Caddy, how many times have I spoken Ebonics with him?
The hour has come. The moon is favorable. The snack
tell you,
table is fully stocked.
proficient.
I thought we were summoning wisdom. We can multitask. That would have to be an automated. Does this work? It looks like.
That's a Backstreet Boys song.
No, that's Sting.
And
She
Backstreet Boys.
as a meditation.
Abby, do you know who OG Noticer is?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the note says, totally missed the assignment.
Oh yeah.
Come on! Well, that's one way to finish an
Totally.
assignment. Think they'll grade on a curve?
He looks like a Khomeinist. Let's see. Assalamu alaikum ya Nur Allah. Ya Nur Allah alladhi. Okay, so let's see.
I've been watching basketball lately. That's my part of the new hobby.
Hello? We're looking for chicken lovers.
Yeah, basketball. I like watching NFL every now and again.
I get to basketball.
Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny is like the worst halftime show I've ever seen. I mean, once I saw J-Lo and Shakira at the halftime show, every other halftime show has like lost meaning to me. I don't know why.
Kitover. Tonight,
Well, a lot of people praised
John Kitover made
Bad Bunny because of yeah.
It's just hippie stuff, you know. They're like, oh yeah,
That is very true.
Puerto Rican. But Bad Bunny sucks. He just like talks in the mic and they call it music.
If you know where I'm from, you'll know the culture behind Bad Bunny. It's literally what you hear if you go to like certain parts of where I'm from.
Like, how do you listen to Bad Bunny music? Like, what is that?
Me?
It just sounds like a racket.
I mean, I kind of listen to it, but it's not like my go-to. The only song I like from him is the one that came out. You know when he came out in wrestling, his theme song.
Oh yeah, that one. The one he fought Damian Priest.
Yeah, that one was cool.
But they hyped it up, but like his actual music just sucks.
They're not good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got a cult following. I don't get it. That's one of those things I just don't get. Like, you know, Dune.
All the
I don't know why people think Dune is a good movie.
Dude, you have 30 seconds, bro.
You know why you don't get cult following, Hadi?
Nagus, you want mod?
Why don't I get cult following?
Because you don't even know what it is to have a cult or be a cult leader.
Why couldn't I be sideways?
Matthew.
Why couldn't I be sideways? I was not even rude to you this whole time.
Direct.
What'd you think of
Matthew? That's a sad amount of
Yeah, this is a very common
Matthew just needs to get laid. That's all. Like that's how I justify his entire life. Idiotic.
No. Okay, now I guess. So, do you have an argument? Have you thought long and hard about an argument?
What's your account from Matthew? Listen to this.
How you need to get laid, Matthew?
Or would you like to enjoy the audience again?
Matthew, her response to the trolley problem is Matthew needs to get laid.
Which is not, to be fair, it's not too different from the other people we encounter.
Remember that guy on TikTok? I was trying to teach him critical history. Nagus, this is black guy on TikTok, right? His name is Gog and Magog Killer. I was trying to teach him critical history, and he goes, "You just sound like you need a hug, man."
That was so funny.
Hey, that's funny. I give it That's damn funny, actually.
I was on camera too. Like I was like on my webcam, and you look like you need a hug.
That was really good.
Abu Hassan, what do you think? What would you like the rationalist Muslims, Brethren of Purity, to discuss on TikTok during Ramadan? What topic would you like to be discussed as a consumer of TikTok?
I don't consume TikTok like that.
Oh, you don't? Okay, fair enough.
No, mostly for the baddies. But that's it.
Oh, for the baddies?
Yeah, if you want an honest answer, it's only for the baddies.
Are there baddies on TikTok?
Not on our panels. Not on our panels.
Yeah, we don't really have baddies on our panel, which that Alibaba accuses us of.
Alibaba calls us homosexuals because we don't have baddies on our
There is a topic you focus was how to commit murder.
Well, you could do that. You could lead on that, actually, because since you're so interested in most people getting killed, we can how to lead the world to disaster, I guess.
In under 30 seconds.
3 polls out there this morning.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know that movie Gone in 60 Seconds? Angelina Jolie and Nicolas Cage? That's Nagus's leadership.
It's like
Keep going.
Nas.
I deserve revenge and it's not cool. Keep going. I'm waiting for it.
I filled the margins
of every album and Lauryn Hill did that song, If I Rule the World. Remember that song? Oh, you guys will remember that song. Well, Hardy might, but Hardy's
I Ruled the World. I think I might know it.
I don't know this hip-hop nonsense,
Yeah.
I listen to actual music.
If Nagus ruled the world, it would be a complete disaster.
Vegu.
What's actual?
Hey, Vegu. That's you. Keep going, honey.
It's true.
The world wouldn't last 60 seconds under Nagus, I'm just saying right now.
Fucking trolls, man.
That one will just hit the nuclear bomb button and just do the apocalypse for under 60 seconds because she doesn't want to kill some.
They're like Nagus. Basically, there's some crazy crazy despot. He wants to put his finger on the nuke button. Unless this art museum gets flattened, would you like us to flatten the art museum for him? He goes, no, she'll go, no, just let him nuke the button. I don't care.
He was
what it is?
in Final Panel wins in the end.
Nagus is an escapist.
What happened to my brethren?
She's evasive.
Friend
So
Roman.
when you put the trolley problem in front of Nagus, she's just gonna sit there and let all of them die. Even that one person and the million person, she's not even gonna save that one person. She's
Can I tell you?
just fuck it, let them all die. That's Nagus.
Not it. If anything,
She will never make a decision because she won't live with it.
But it's probably because of Western propaganda, right? You agree, Harvey, right?
I am not a Pahlavi. My God, I am not.
No, you're not a Pahlavi, but you've been influenced by most likely some kind of Western
I'm
propaganda.
not influenced. I'm also watching it, right? I'm.
No, you don't care.
I can see it.
You used to pretend to care about human life.
She's a liberal.
I used to care about. A lot of artists actually care about human life, right? Go ahead, choose.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. Is it the general trolley problem you're presenting to her? Or is it something more specific to reality? And she's saying there's
just basically a version of the trolley problem. Just would you kill? Basically, I said, would you murder one person in order to save the lives of 1 million people? And despite presenting to her what that means, she still says she would rather have 1 million people die than for her to bear the burden of killing one person or murdering one person.
It's interesting,
Which is interesting, right? Because she also professes to care about Muhammad and Hussein, the existences of which she doubted a bit earlier. So we don't know. We just have to kind of.
I exterminate those. I don't know doubt. I find it redundant. No. You think you're the only atheist, Matthew?
Well, I'm not an atheist.
Well, you professed to some kind of Muslim atheism of some sort in the past.
Yeah. In one sense, I'm an atheist.
You don't want it.
In one sense, I am.
But in another sense, I'm a theist, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you one day realize that words and meanings of words are just kind of socially constructed, then maybe then we can have an intellectual conversation with you. Till then, I think you're just living in Wonderland.
Yes.
Which is a beautiful place to live. I won't take that away from you.
Nagus and Wonderland. See, even rhymes with Alice. Nagus.
Yeah, it's for Wonderland.
Nagus and Wonderland.
Why are you falling for the whole narrative of, I don't know.
What? Did you expect more from me?
Falling for the narrative of what?
It's a positivist approach, and I get it, but it's just.
I'm an idealist too, and so is Khomeini.
Yeah, I get the ideals, of course. I even support them, but it's just. It just never translated. That's all I'm saying.
The end justified the means. That's a sad reality. But in the end, Nagus, who cares?
Nothing else matters.
It's not like it's our choice, right? We just divert our energy, like a conscious energy, towards the side we want to win, and hope for the best, and hope that the rest of the world diverts their conscious energy towards that too.
What am I doing differently than you?
You're not supporting IRGC.
Be with the flock, or you're not one of
Well,
us.
I give you full permission to go against IRGC once Zionists are eradicated from this park.
Yeah, exactly.
That is
There
the
won't be a need
entire. Yeah, that is.
There'll still be a need for IRGC.
We can criticize it and say, oh.
Well, we can criticize it if they still by then don't have we wouldn't criticize it. Look, the reality is that when you're in resistance economy, you're not going to have anywhere near the type of police training or intelligence. I mean, in Britain, dude, if the riots that happened in Iran, it wouldn't even happen in Britain. It wouldn't even start. The police would be on them within an hour. That's the reality of it, right? But then the question is, okay, well, why did they allow it to kind of get to that stage? Yeah, there's a justification for that. They wanted to identify the Zionists. So the bottom line is, no one could have done any different. Really, no one could have done any different. All of these things, the only ones who can appreciate that are going to be people who are either working in police or who understand police tactics and who understand the situation on the ground, which is why when the British police were asked for comment, they stayed quiet. And you had that one guy who said, look, the reality is it doesn't, he was kind of obviously being relatively critical of Iran, and he said, human rights abuses and all that kind of stuff. But he said the way that they were forced to handle this orchestrated armed insurrection, there's not really anything else they could have done. If the objective is to quell the riots, yeah, they could have just let the riots run on, for weeks and months. But clearly, Iranian citizens who were not out on the street rioting or protesting, they didn't want that, which is why you see, millions in support of the Republic and on Bisadoy Batman, all that kind of stuff. And, they're interviewing people. They're saying, look, I mean, I get it. I also hate what's going on. I want the government to go. And even some of them were saying, I'm critical of Jumhuriyat Islami, but I don't support these riots. And I'm glad that it ended as soon as it did, right? There's no way to reach into the hearts and minds of people when you say things like that, because it's so highly charged. Because usually what's happened is they've watched half an hour, they've been scrolling, they've been, what's it called? Not strolling. They've been scrolling through TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and seeing all the images. Yeah, of course, when humans see images of bloody individuals, of people dying, of women, losing their husbands, husbands losing their wives, parents losing their children, people losing their parents. It's torturous, it's devastating, and you just want to express the utmost hatred for whoever you diagnose as the sufficient cause of that. For us, the sufficient cause is Israel. That's it. It's Israel. They have to go. So there's no way to, and this is why we don't usually have these discourses, because you can't. You're either going to have people who have an appreciation for politics, geopolitics, and understand how to kind of quell riots. Most people are not that. Or you're going to talk to intelligent people who are not dogmatic, and they're like, yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand. The rest of the people are emotionally charged. You can't talk to them. There's no way to convince them.
Yes.
The biggest criticism I have of, as I said, the Republic is that I don't think that Imam Khamenei is as tough with the governments that he's supervising as he could be. And I say could be as a complete outsider layperson, right? You know, if I was to speak to him, he'd probably say, yeah, let me tell you what the reality is. If I don't, you know, give this position to this person, then I don't have an alternative. And it would be much worse. That's just the nature of reality. There's really, like, no way around it. Either someone supports the Republic or they don't. And support for the Republic is a tough thing in today's world, just like support for Muhammad was, just like support for Hussein was. Support for Hussein meant you're going to get killed. You're going to die. You're going to die in Karbala. Support for Khamenei means that people who don't know lick about politics or geopolitics, they don't understand what it takes to protect a republic, unless they just don't like the republic, like they don't like the concept of Plato's Republic or the Mohammedan movement, and they believe in some kind of liberal democracy, yet they can't prove how they get from people voting to maximizing well-being. Just give us the mechanism. Tell me how you're going to get rid of an Israel without having a Muhammad. How are you going to get rid of an Israel and an America? And it's the reason for this is because people who are living in the US and the West, they're enjoying the benefits of the system. They're enjoying the benefits of imperialism. I'm also enjoying the benefits of imperialism. I'm enjoying it. I have a relatively stable economy. I get protected from the horrors of the oppression that happens, that allows me to have, you know, a working internet, stable electric and gas supply, unlike Lebanon. I don't have to look at the faces of poor people working in workshops to make sure my Nike, you know, tracksuit bottoms are nice and warm and comfortable on a winter's night. And I can get it for like, you know, £17. I don't need to do that because the system is the state allows capitalism, which means that entertaining the ancient part of my brain, my amygdala, keeping me occupied with unlimited TikTok videos, unlimited movies and TV shows on Netflix. I don't even have to think about the oppression around the world. I don't have to think about it. Maybe I'll catch a stray from a news bulletin. Maybe Israel would do something so awful that even mainstream Western news channels have to report it. And even then, it's heavily veiled because of the sensitivities of people who are enjoying their dinner and they don't want to see a Gazan Palestinians like intestines spill out. We don't want to see that. What we do want to see, loads of coverage, is the protests in Iran. That's what we want non-stop coverage of. That's what we want to fund. We want to fund that. We want to change that regime because that's really important. We have to get rid of Iran. We don't have to get rid of Israel. This is the propaganda.
Yes, you're preaching to the choir. I'm aware of all of this.
I don't know if you're fully aware.
Very, very fully aware.
Given that just an hour ago you said
all I'm saying
there
is
should be
call out
regime change,
call out the atrocities too.
And we should get rid of the terrorists.
All I'm saying is call out the atrocities too. Yeah, you want a new look. It's just gotten dull.
Yeah, well, we need it. There's no point.
We need charisma. We need someone with like force.
ببین یه خروس جنگی جلوته. خب یه خروس جنگی برقرار
And that
What are you gonna put? What do you want to
so
fight?
dull, non-charismatic leader. That's what I'm saying.
He's charismatic.
No, not like he could have been. We all.
I mean, he's 84. I'm sorry he doesn't have his job.
Okay, then replace it.
He probably has hemorrhoids.
Replace it.
Oh, he can't. He's a symbol.
I'm asking for change in the look, maybe.
Who's the app?
Or maybe a little more. They're too dogmatic. Like, I don't know how you guys are not seeing through all of this.
Dogmatic on what?
They're traditionalist Shias, man.
Dogmatic.
Just religion, hardcore, freaking black and white.